Have you ever heard the idea of spirit guides or divine protectors? How about the idea of long deceased family members watching over you and guiding you through life? I'm sure you have. I mean, haven't we all? For the longest time, I assumed I was the only one who could see it. No one else I had mentioned it to had any clue of what I was speaking of. Friends of mine and parents just assumed it was a childish fantasy, sometimes referred as a desperate desire to see experience like the spiritual realm. It didn't really always occur, but most of the others thought that I actually was crazy. I'm not crazy. I know that sounds like something a crazy person would say, but someone else saw it. That thing, my guide, if you were to call it that, doesn't seem like an angel. It's a monster. It wasn't until I reached the age of 22 that somebody else finally noticed it. For the past 21 years, I was the only one who spotted a damn thing lurking around, watching me, tormenting me. It all started the day I was born. I wasn't meant to live past childbirth. Something wanted me dead and has been trying ever since. The birth wasn't pleasant to say the least, especially for my mother. Upon finally giving birth, she watched the doctors cut the umbilical cord from around my neck and rushed me away from her waiting arms. I was essentially dead, strangled to the point I no longer sucked in the bleached hair, but after around half an hour, they wheeled me back into the room in what I can only assume to be an incubator of sorts. If not for the technology of modern day, I would likely have been dead. Like all people, I don't remember that day. That is except for one thing, a voice. The first true voice I heard only moments before my heart restarted. I no longer know what it said, and truthfully, I don't even think I want to know what it said and when it chose me. However, I remember the sound like wheezing breaths mixed with like a sickly gurgling of pus and blood. Ugh. It plagues me every night, and has for the past 22 years. Skip ahead to my second year of stone life, and once more death came for me. Being the adventurous and curious kid I suckled a marble like a bonbon. Of course, this was incredibly dangerous and stupid of me. Definitely something I shouldn't be doing. From what I know, the marble had become lodged in my throat, and my frantic parents tried everything to free the glass orb, slowly draining the life from their child before them from my throat. They tried everything, even going as far as pushing their fingers into my throat in a vain attempt to make me puke the marble out. Only to watch it slide deeper down, until unexpectedly I spat it out without issue. To this day, they are still bewildered by the miracle I performed, but it wasn't me. I know it wasn't, because that's when I first saw it. Not fully. I think that was its decision, as to not scare the living daylight from me. I saw its hands on my shoulders, long bony fingers curled down, gently tapping my tender flesh with prodigious claws, gray skin stretched tightly. Wow, across the scrawny bones, tightening and even groaning with each other's stretch and tap upon my skin. I don't know why, but it called me rather than scaring me. Possibly due to my lack of glimpsing the creature. Time passed relatively safely. After that, I had no close calls or near-death experiences, and everything seemed quite normal. But there was one odd disturbance on my first birthday, but it's completely coincidental. I guess I should explain this rather than bypassing it. On my birthday, the 31st of October, only one child knocked on our door to trick or treat. One child was unusually back then, but not uncommon. Yet the strangest part was what he said to my parents when he asked where the other children were. The boy around like 5 or 6 simply pointed to the roof just near the chimney, which was now highlighted by the full moon, and said, "The strange man on the roof is scaring them away." Just imagine a strange man that you have never seen, never met, or ever thought of having a person on your roof just staring at you. That is one of the most creepiest things I think can occur to anybody in this world. He found nothing, of course, which only made things worse, causing them to blatantly ignore the door's rings late at night. The next couple of years passed relatively safely with no real close calls or near-death experience, nor any suspicious instances at least. That was actually until one autumn morning. Me and my sister, 3 years older than me and born on Friday the 13th, were going to primary school on the bus with our mom. I was sucking on a sweet, those red and white swirly ones that are hard-boiled and taste of strawberry and cream. Anyway, as I was having and saying that I was sucking one of those, and suddenly Daft saw his chance again through choking. As the sweet flew down my throat and lodged itself within its confines, I lunged forward, trying to spit it out as my eyes began to water. My sister panicked, slapping my back furiously as my mom rose, pulling me up to smack my back. So just imagine having that as an issue. Anything that you eat, always having that urge, somebody like forcing you to choke. How messed up that would be. If you guys enjoy these stories, and if you guys actually want me to do other stories than horror stories, if you guys want me to do any kind of videos, then please do let me know in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe, don't forget to like, and I would really appreciate it if you could click the notification bell to stay up to date with my videos. Anyway, everyone, I want to wish you a very pleasant evening, and thank you for being here. Good night.